Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here. So today I'm coming at you with my updated Trickstar deck. It has recently gotten some new support. Not too recently, but within the last, I believe, like 4 months. It's not a meta deck by any means, but I think it's just a really fun deck. Really cool, cute artwork or whatever. But yeah, let's get right into it. If you need any cards, of course, as usual, shown in this video, check the link in the description for TCG Player. And let's get on to the deck profile. Starting off with 3 Candina. This is by far the best normal summon of the deck. You just normal summon it, add any Trickstar card from your deck to your hand. Simple as that. And then if you have it on the field, each time your opponent activates a spell or trap effect, you can inflict 200 damage to them. And then we play 3 Lycoris. This one allows you, it's an easy special summon basically. You can reveal this in your hand, target a Trickstar monster you control, return it to the hand, and then you special summon this card. And then each time a card is added to your opponent's hand, you inflict 200 damage to them for each. So we play cards like Bloom, that'll force your opponent to draw, basically. And then this will then 200 damage for that. So not crazy, but definitely good. And then we play 2 Korobane. This is very easy to get out in this deck because pretty much all the monsters we play that we summon out are Trickstar. So you can this is just a free special summon, or you can keep it in your hand during the damage step. You can just have your Trickstar monster gain attack equal to its original attack. So that is nice. And then we play 2 Nightshade. This is more or less just like kind of an extender, because when you use this as link material and it's sent to the graveyard, you just special summon it back. So very nice for that. And then kind of just the one-ofs. 1 Rodode. This one you just discard 1 Trickstar card and then target a Trickstar link in your graveyard and special summon it. And then each time a card is banished from your opponent's graveyard, you inflict 200 damage to him. But mostly it's just a way of easily special summoning a Trickstar link. We play just 1 Lilybell. If it's added to your hand, you just special summon it for free, so yet another extender. And then the last one for the Trickstar monsters is Mandrake. If it's sent from the hand to the graveyard, you can special summon it. And then if it's sent to the graveyard as link material, you can target 1 monster an opponent's link monster points to and destroys it. So it's very specific. But it comes up every now and then, and it is a level 2, so the low levels will come up, more specifically with summoning out Trickstar Bloom. So that's one thing to think about. And then the final monsters we're playing is, of course, 3 Droll and Lockbird. It's a must in a Trickstar deck because of Reincarnation. Most decks you play against, if you Droll and Lockbird and Reincarnation them, they're pretty much done because they're just relying on top deck, and there's not too many crazy top decks that'll just have an opponent come back from just 0 anything. But yeah, that's the monsters that we're playing. For the spells, the newest card to the deck is Trickstar Festival. So it's really only good in like a pure Trickstar, because after you activate this, you cannot normal or special summon except for Trickstar monsters. But basically, you just special summon 2 Trickstar tokens that are both level 1, and then if a Trickstar monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this from your graveyard instead. So it's protection, and again, just free tokens, so free Trickstar monsters on the field. Really nice starter. And we play 1 Magical Laurel. This one, it's an equip, but you just activate it by targeting a Trickstar in your graveyard and special summon it. And then if the equip monster inflicts battle or effect damage to your opponent, you can special summon 1 Trickstar monster from your hand. So it potentially can be a crazy good card, but I think at 1, I think it's good. And then for the field spells we're playing 2 Live Stage. Now when this is activated, you can add 1 Trickstar monster from your graveyard to your hand. So that's usually pretty easy to do, get you some nice advantage. But you can use each of these other effects as well, which is if you control a Trickstar Link monster, you can special summon a Trickstar token, so you get another token, and really nice. And then if your opponent controls a card in their spell and trap zone, you can special summon a Trickstar token. So going first, it at least gets you one additional, token to then do whatever you want with. But then generally, when you're going second, your opponent's going to have a card in their spell and trap zone, so you get then, one token from that, and then once you link summon, then you get another token. So you could potentially go up into some of your more powerful link monsters. We play the one light stage. We'd play it at 3 if we could, because this just searches you any Trickstar monster from your deck to your hand. And then you can also target a set card in your opponent's spell and trap zone, and while this is on the field, that card cannot be activated until the end phase, and your opponent must activate it during the end phase or else send it to the graveyard. And then each time a Trickstar monster you control inflicts battle or effect damage, you inflict 200 damage to them. So that could potentially get you a lot of damage on board. And then the last Trickstar spell we're playing is the Light Arena. This one just states if you link summon a Trickstar monster, you target a Trickstar in your graveyard that was used as its material and special summon it. So that's kind of cool with your Nightshade, because you can link away the Nightshade and then special summon it back, and then link it away again, and then special summon it back off of its own effect. So you basically get double the use out of Nightshade, so that's kind of cool. And then this again is another card that'll lock a card in your opponent's field zone, so that's kind of nice. And then the last two field spells we're playing are ones that I feel you kind of have to, and maybe even at 3, but I'm just playing it at 2, and that's Mystic Mine. It's a hated card, but it's a card that is kind of necessary in a deck like this where it just cannot compete with some of these really good decks. So you need a card like this to allow you to get to your, Drone Lockbird, Reincarnation, to get to an actual win condition. So yeah, Mystic Mine is what we're playing. And then for all the field spells, basically we're playing Terraforming and Set Rotation. Really, really nice. And then I'm choosing to play 2 Chain Summoning. In this deck, it is actually very easy to get a couple chains going, just based off of burn effects and other effects like that. You can get to that pretty easily, and then this just gets you an additional up to 2 normal summons. You can do up to 3 normal summons this turn, so potentially that's really, really good. And then the final spell card we're playing is our Draw Power, which is 3 Pot of Extravagance. Extra deck is just filled with link monsters, multiples of the ones that we really need. So Pot of Extravagance is just really nice draw power for this deck. So that's it for the spells. And then for the traps, we're playing 3 Reincarnation, of course. Banish your opponent's entire hand, and then they draw the same number of cards. Then you can also banish this from your graveyard, target a Trickstar monster in your graveyard, and special summon it. So amazing card all around. And then just for some extra little negation, 3 Solemn Strike. Again, another fairly important card for this deck, just to kind of help it compete a little bit. And the final trap is just Metaverse. We play a lot of really powerful field spells, so this was a no-brainer. And that's the main deck. For the extra, we're playing 3 Bloom. It's a Link 1, and it's very specific in that you need a level 2 or lower Trickstar monster to special summon this. And then again, it makes your opponent draw a card, and then if face-up Trickstar monster, this card points to is destroyed by battle or card effect, you inflict 200 damage to them. And then our Link 2s, we play 3 Holly Angel. Each time a Trickstar monster is normal or special summoned to a zone this points to, you inflict 200 damage to your opponent. And then Trickstar monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And then if your opponent takes damage by a Trickstar monster's effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage they took until the end of this turn. So this is just a good all-around card, has some really nice zones, really good card. Then we played 2 Crimson Heart for yet another Link 2 that we're playing. This one again, this will have you gain life points when a Trickstar monster is normal or special summon to a zone it points to. And then you can discard 1 Trickstar card. Both players draw 1 card. If your life points were at least 2,000 higher than your opponent's when this effect was activated, you draw 2 cards instead. So that usually doesn't come up too much, but it does. You know, if you get some pretty good burn damage or gain some decent life points, that will come up, and again, it's decent draw power. And then for the 1-ofs, just 1 black Catbat, 1 Devardis, and then for the Link 3, so that's all the Link 2s. For the Link 3s, we're playing 2 Foxglove Witch. If it's special summoned, you inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each card they control. So that's really nice. And then if this Link summon card is destroyed by battle or effect, you can special summon a Link 2 or lower Trickstar monster from your extra deck and inflict 200 damage again for each card they control. So this is just a really nice card to, again, just do some more damage. And then we play the 1 Delphindium. That's the other Link 3 we're playing. And then for our Link 4 is, of course, Bella Madonna. It's the best Link 4 for Trickstars. When it's Link summoned, while it points to no monsters, it is unaffected by other cards' activated effects. And if this card points to no monsters, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each Trickstar monster in your graveyard with different name. So generally that's going to be, you know, at least 4. Sometimes you're lucky enough to get like 5 different names in your graveyard, and that's just 1,000 damage right there. Obviously, you know, not necessarily going to kill them, but it'll get them low enough to then get some decent effects off with, you know, with like Crimson Heart and whatever. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. Again, it's just a very pure Trickstar deck. Very fun. And has some decent power, you know, with cards like Mystic Mine, Reincarnation, Strike, Troll and Lockbird. Those are just some solid cards. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll catch you on the next one.